St. Augustine, Florida is a beautiful town full of interesting things and interesting people. Located on 86 Charlotte Street is a vintage shop called The Way We Were. The shop is owned by a woman named Kim Myers and her husband. Kim Myers was nice enough to let my group and I take an inside look at her shop and an inside look at her life. We learned that there was so much more to Kim than just the ownership of her vintage shop.
Would you mind introducing yourself?
Sure. My name's Kim Myers, and I'm the owner of The Way We Were, a vintage shop on Charlotte Street.
Where did you grow up?
Actually, I was born in Miami, and I've lived in Florida and Georgia my entire life.
Can you tell me a little bit about you and the members of your family?
Sure. Well, I'm married, and my husband's name is Leonard, and we call him Lenny. And he is from Oklahoma. He served in the Navy for 21 years, and he retired 2 years ago. And that's actually how we managed to be here in St. Augustine with this store. And I have a son. His name is Ben. He lives in Jacksonville, and he's 26. And I have two sweet little doggies. One is Pete. He's an American Bulldog, and one is Chief, who's an English Bulldog. He's Little Chief. I'm married to Big Chief.
So, in addition to owning the shop, you also teach, right?
I actually do teach. I'm a teacher, an adjunct instructor for the Art Institute, and I teach web design and multimedia classes.
Out of all the jobs you've done, what has been your favorite job and why?
My favorite job? Let's see. Probably having my own business when I first started my graphic design business, because I was so young and it was just so exciting to actually do that. But I'll have to say this gig is pretty good right now too.
How did you get into the multimedia classes before and then want to start teaching that?
That's a good question. I actually started out in graphic design. So I had my own business in Savannah for about 4 years. And it was wonderful. I loved having my business, and I learned a lot at a young age, and it's helped me through everything that I've done since that time. I moved back to my hometown after about 4 years of having my business. So what I ended up doing is going back to school, and I went ahead and finished my degree and began teaching in public schools. And once I started teaching in the school system, I went straight on into my master's, which was instructional design and multimedia. So that's when I first fell in love with developing multimedia for the internet and developing online classes.
What life lessons can you give to, say, students like us who are just getting started with our journeys as far as career goes?
Just keep going after what it is you want to do and whatever you're passionate about, and you're going to be successful no matter what. Even if you change your mind 5 years down the road and you want to do something different, it's okay. It's all right, just as long as it's something that you actually want to do and are passionate about.